Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a what sold video, which I haven't filmed one of these in a really long time. And my what sold videos used to be like kind of what sold within 2 weeks of listing because I wanted to kind of go over what things sold fast. But I have kind of stopped tracking how long things take to sell. I've really simplified my bookkeeping just because I'm running a business all by myself and I need to simplify some things in order to make time for other things. So I no longer track that. So I'm just going to go over every sale I had this week, and to be completely honest, I've been a little bit slow, but that could be entirely my fault. In September, I took the first week off, and then in October, I also took the first week off, and then this is like my first full month back into it, like where I haven't taken any time off in a while, and I've really been trying to hold myself accountable, which is why I'm going to start filming these YouTube videos again, because I just feel like it helps me be accountable, and that's what I need right now. So we're just gonna get into it. So this is for the week of November 8th to November 14th. I listed 81 items and I had 47 items sold. So because my sales have been kind of slow, I've been tracking a lot of different things on my whiteboard over there just so I can kind of get a sense of patterns of when my sales are increasing, when they're decreasing, all that fun stuff. So I have some of that data here as well, and we're just gonna get into it. So basically just assume they're all on Poshmark unless I say otherwise. I would say my primary sources for selling are half Poshmark, half eBay, depends on the day. Some days my Poshmark store is slow and then my eBay store pops off, and then some days it's vice versa. But I do have a few Mercari sales sprinkled in here, but to be completely honest, Mercari hasn't really been a thing for me the past couple weeks. Like, it's just been really slow. So I don't know what that's about. Also, I'm just gonna go over what the sold price was and what my payout was, and for eBay that'll be like my payout after I bought the shipping label. And I'm not really gonna go over cost of goods. Primarily I get my inventory from the bins, but I occasionally go to the town above me to go to like the local church thrift stores, and everything I pay there is essentially like $3 and under, mainly $2, but sometimes it can go over, so I'd say on average $3. So yeah, let's just get into it because it's going to be a long video. So I'm trying to do these a little differently. Usually I'm sitting on my floor. I'm sitting at my desk today. I have my laptop. I'll be looking down, so I don't know if that's going to like be annoying, but we'll see. Okay, so the first item are these Alukai. These are these navy blue flip-flop sandals. They do have a style name. I cannot pronounce it. They sold for $22. The payout was $17.60. This is a really great brand of flip-flops. I only tend to pick them up at the bins though because they don't sell for a whole ton of money. I mean, even like these were brand new tags. They sold for $22. Even the new ones I can sell for like $18, whatever. But the point is, they always sell super fast. I don't know how long I had these listed. I think I had them listed for like a day or two, and they were actually given to me for free, so I had no cost of goods involved. But yeah, good brand to pick up at the bins. Okay, the next item I sold are this Anthropologie Leaf's Daughter. This is like this denim dress. So this dress was given to me and I sold it for $45 and my payout was $36. So Leaf's Daughter is like an older Anthropologie brand. They don't sell it anymore, so the pieces tend to be like an older style. You might not get as much for them, but this was just a good style, so I was able to get a good amount for it. Alright, the next item that sold is this Knox Rose green lace and waffle knit long sleeve shirt. Okay, so this sold for $13. My payout was $10.05. I don't really recommend picking up Knox Rose, to be honest. I mean, I don't think it sells super well. I bought this for myself at the bins, and I kind of what I do when I'm at the bins, if I find like things that I kind of like, but I live in Florida, so like long sleeves, it doesn't work. So I'll buy them for me anyway if I'm at the bins, and then I'll just list them, and then, you know, they sell when they sell, and they were in my closet for a short time. This one sold so fast though, I never even had a chance to wear it, so I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, payout $10.05. Alright, the next item that sold was this H&M Pearl Embellished short sleeve shirt. This I had for a while. I got this under lockdown when I was sourcing from ThredUp Outlet. I think I paid $3 for this, so I sold it for $15. My payout was $12. You know, that's not a great profit. Didn't have it for very long, but I mean, I had it for a very long time, and it wasn't a great profit, but whatever, it's gone. Okay, the next item that sold was a St. John Sport tan knit short sleeve v-neck shirt. So sorry, I'm like literally reading from my spreadsheet where I just basically copy and paste styles. Okay, so St. John Sport top sold for $30, payout $24. St. John super expensive. St. John Sport is still fairly expensive, doesn't resell that well. I think I paid anywhere from $3 to $6 from this. I don't really remember how much, but it was in that range, so not a horrible sale. Alright, and then next I sold this Belford is the brand. It's a navy blue and white striped sweater. So Belford, I don't recommend picking it up. I picked it up, I paid $2 for it. I didn't know what it was, I just kind of picked it up and I was too lazy to look up comps. But it sold for $15 and my payout was $12, and I've had this for, let's see, I think I got this around May or June. So, and it's November, so I mean, kind of a long time. So that was the end. Well, no, we're moving on to our eBay sales. Just kidding, we're almost done. Okay, that was the end of my Poshmark sales for that day. Now we're going on to eBay. So I sold this North Face. It's this pink Apex jacket. It was flawed. So with the sold price and shipping, it came out to $30, and then after fees and I bought the shipping label, I made $18.21, and I got this at the bins, so that was a good sale. Probably could have gotten more for it if it wasn't flawed, but oh well. Alright, next I sold these Loft. These are these gray and black herringbone skinny fit pull-on pants. These sold for, I don't remember, but it was like $20 including the shipping, and then I made $12.53 after everything. So on eBay, the way they do it is, so if I sell something for $25 plus $5 shipping, it's just gonna, I'll just read it as like I sold it for $30. I don't offer free shipping, but that's just the way like eBay, you know, kind of marks their sales or whatever, so that's the way I say it. All right, so $12.53 for those pants. So those are another pair of pants. I don't really recommend picking up Loft. I don't really pick it up all that much. I just got them because I thought they were cute and I wanted to wear them, but I had them listed while they were in my closet and they sold. So they sold really quickly too. I didn't even get a chance to wear those either. The next thing that sold is this Chico's new with tags leopard print scarf. This sold for $16 and my payout was $10.61. So that was a bins find, super lightweight, so that was a good sale. And then my last sale for the day was this Helmut Lang like white open knit sweater. So this one sold on eBay for $43, I believe, and $6 shipping. It says 49. I'm assuming it's 43 and 6. Okay. And then my payout was $35.49, and I charged $6 for shipping, but I ended up buying the label for $7.35, so I had an overage of like $1.35. That kind of came out of my pocket, so that kind of cut into my profit there. And yeah, so $35.49. I paid $8 for the sweater. I mean, that's, you know, it's decent, whatever. I had this for a while because I had it priced fairly high. I think I priced this Helmut Lang sweater at $80, and it wasn't really selling. It was getting a little bit of traction, but nothing crazy, and I had it for a fairly long time. So someone offered me $43. I just accepted it, and yeah, it was a good sale. So that wraps up the November 8th. So my sales for the day were $188.49, and again, that's after my buying those shipping labels. I listed 15 items that day and I sold 10 items, so that's pretty good. All right, next we're moving on to November 9th. This was a smaller day. I only had, why does it say I have 3 sales? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sales that day. Very weird. Okay. No, I had 6 sales that day. I have no idea why it says right here I have 3 sales. Okay. I messed up my book over here. Alrighty, so the first sale of the day was this Diletta gray stitched top. I sold it for $14. It was $11.05 was my payout. This top I got, like, I think I've had this for over a year. It's been sitting around for a really long time. I don't really pick up too much Anthropologie anymore unless I get it for $2 and under. This I got at a regular Goodwill, so I think I paid like $4 and something for it. Don't recommend it. $2 and under is what I pay for Anthropologie. And yeah, so I've had that for a while, so I was happy to see that go. Alright, the next item I sold is this ASOS pink metallic dress. This one was like a really hard sell because I could not find a stock photo for it. It didn't fit me, so I couldn't model it. And it was like this weird like halter thing with like a cold shoulder thing. I don't know, it was kind of hard to photograph. So this was, I don't remember how much I had it listed for, but I sold it for $15, $12 payout. That's that. Alright, next I sold this Trixie, that's the brand. Probably never heard of it. I think they sell it like Ross or something, or Marshalls. It's just this yellow stripe button down scoop neck midi dress. I sold it for $8, payout $5.05. This I just got at the bins. I don't know why I got it. I just like the style of it. I knew it wasn't going to be an anything brand. I listed it for $15, so I just thought it was cute, so I got it. Alright, next I sold this Title 9. It's just like purple and orange damask print skirt. This sold for $25 on eBay, and my payout was $17.64. This I got at the bins. I love selling Title 9. It typically sells pretty well for me, but I only really sell it at, I only really pick it up at the bins. And it's always a pretty good bread and butter athletic brand. Alright, next we have this Free People black embroidered v-neck long sleeve midi dress. This sold for $28 on eBay after shipping and all that. I made $16.07. I got this at the bins. This, I probably could have gotten more for it, but it was actually kind of damaged, so the stitching was in really bad condition. I had to like cut a lot of it. There was a lot of strings hanging off. I had to cut a lot off of it. It just, yeah, it wasn't really that great of a, it wasn't that great of condition, so I listed it low and I accepted a low offer on it. Okay, and then the last sale for that day was this Disney Mickey & Co. Surf Shop shirt in like this pale yellow. This sold for $18.99 and my payout was $12.57. I love selling Disney stuff. I think it sells pretty fast. It just depends on the item. If it's like a mass-produced item that they sell at Target with the word Disney on it, don't recommend picking it up. But if it's specific to Disney parks or the Disney hotels, things that you can only really get by going to that location, they tend to do a little bit better. So there was that. I have no idea where that was sold though, but it was just a really cute shirt, so I got it. So that was the end of that day. So I made $74.38 that day. I didn't list anything that day, and I sold 6 items. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Okay, now we're moving on to November 10th. So November 10th, I started off the day by selling this Velvet and Graham & Spencer, this like black cold shoulder top, basic. Sold it for $15. My payout was $12. I got this at the bins. I love selling Velvet by Graham & Spencer. It sells pretty well for me in terms of like time it takes to sell. It's always a really fast sale. And then just the price it sells for really just depends on the item. So this one, didn't sell for that much, but got it at the bins, $12. I'm happy with that. Alright, next I sold this Carhartt. This is this like blue long sleeve work top, and it was fire resistant, which I thought was kind of cool. So I listed it at $35. Someone bought it outright for $35, so my payout was $28, and I just love when that happens. I love a good full price sale. This one I'm really surprised it sold on Poshmark, to be honest. I was kind of expecting it to sell on eBay or Mercari, but I don't know, maybe I listed it too low, $35, but based on columns that seemed pretty decent to me. Okay, the next thing I sold were these leopard like calf hair little kitten heels, like Dorsey style, where it's, you know, cut out in the middle. So these sold for $20 and my payout was $16. I think I got these in February, so I've had them for quite a long time. The brand is called Aranica, I think, and these are just, it's not a known brand. I couldn't even really tell what the brand said. I had to like go on a Poshmark Facebook group and like post a picture and have people help me decipher what the brand said. And it was just like a nothing brand, but whatever. They sold them in Greece. They were made in Greece, and you can only get them in Greece, so I guess that's cool. I don't know. They were $16. I made $16 after everything. I think I paid $2 for that. I think I either paid $1.50 or $2 for them, so it's still a great profit, so I'm happy with that. Next, we have this Chico's navy blue velvet zip-up moto jacket. This I sold for $25, but of course that includes the shipping, and then my payout was $13.49. I don't remember where I got this. I think I got it at the bins. I'm assuming I got it at the bins. But yeah, Chico's, good bread and butter brand. It's not going to sell for a whole ton, but hey, it's a consistent seller for me. Alright, next I got these Levi's dark wash denim 511 slim fit jeans. These are just like these men's jeans. I sold them for $23 and the payout was $11.90. So I got a ton of these jeans. I got about 4 pairs of men's Levi's jeans at the bins. They were all the same size, I think like 34 by 36, and the 2 dark wash denim ones sold super quickly, and then I still have the 2 black ones left. But I do pick up men's Levi's jeans at the bins. They sell for about $15 consistently, and it's just a decent payout. Okay, so the last item is this Philosophy is the brand. So it's this Philosophy brand new with tags, black and white polka dot long sleeve maxi dress. This sold for $29.99, and then my payout was $22.06. So If anybody knows what the store Steinmart is, they recently went out of business, and there was one right by my house, and it was 3 days left until they were closing. So I went in there to see kind of what their sales were like, and pretty much every single like shoe that was left, every single clothing item that was left was marked at $5. So I bought 20 pieces. I spent $100. So I think, you know, tax, whatever. So I probably bought, I think, 19 or 20 pieces from Steinmart. They were $5 a piece. And this one, I think was the first, no, this wasn't the first one to sell, but this was one of the ones that sold. Anyway, so $5 invested into that. I was really happy with that sale, and yeah, that ends 11/10. I did $103.45 in sales. I didn't list anything that day, but I sold 6 items, so that is good. All right, and now we're moving on to 11/11. Okay, so the first thing that sold were these Toms. The style name was called the Desert Wedge, and they're these black suede. They're pretty beat up, to be honest. So they sold for $10. My payout was $7.05, but these were given to me for free, so I didn't have anything invested in those. Let's see. Next, we have this Express Gray Waffle Knit long sleeve shirt. This sold for $15, and my payout was $12. And this sold instantly. It sold within, I think, an hour of listing it. It was a men's extra large Express. I don't know. I just picked it up so it was at the bins, and I thought it would be like a good bread and butter piece. I wasn't expecting it to sell so fast. Yeah, so that was a good sale. And then next, we have these Joseph Ribkoff blue slim fit pull-on pants. These sold on eBay for $30.99, and then my payout was $21.76. You know, Joseph Ribkoff is just like a good eBay brand. I think it's like a good easy eBay brand, but you know, don't pay too much for it. Okay, the next item was this Free People teal blue long sleeve button front ruffle hem shirt. This sold for $25 on eBay, and my payout was $17.23. So those are all my sales for that day. That was 11/11. I made $58.04. I listed 24 items and I sold 4 items. So really not that great of a day. 11/11 was what? It was a Wednesday. So I've noticed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, those kind of middle part of the week, is kind of tends to be a little slower. If I look at the first week compared to the second week, my high days seem to be consistently the same days, and my low days are consistently the same. So there's that. Okay, next we're moving on to November 12th. So the first sale of the day there, which this was a Thursday, so this was also a little bit of a slow day for me as well. The first thing I sold was this Gilligan O'Malley, this like green lace mesh bralette. It was new with tags. It sold for $8 on Poshmark, and my payout was $5.05. Gilligan O'Malley is a Target brand. I don't really necessarily recommend picking it up. This I got during quarantine when all the thrift stores were closed. A reseller had bought in this huge liquidation palette, and she was moving somewhere and she was closing down her business, so she sold me the liquidation palette. So I got 150 pieces for $100, I think I paid. So I paid like about 33 cents a piece. I think at the end of the day, I think it came down to like 33 cents an item. So about 60% of it, maybe even 65 to 70% of it, I sent to ThredUp, and the other 40, 35% I kept. This was one of the ones I kept, this mesh bralette, and all that has like been paid off for a while now, to be honest. So I mean, this is just extra money at this point. Okay, so the next item I sold was this Madewell ex-boyfriend waffle knit thermal shirt in black. It was I sold it for $10. I profited $7.05. I did buy this for $2. It's like a $5 profit. Not the best, but Madewell, this sold really fast for me. I had it listed at $18. Madewell is not going to sell for a whole ton of money. I think the best that you're going to get from Madewell is really going to come from the jeans. I mean, but just basic little tops, you're not going to get that much for. But I knew that when I bought it for $2. But again, it was a really fast sale, so what do I care? Okay, and then the next sale was Adriana Papel, like this purple formal lace dress, new with tags, sold for $40 on Mercari, and my payout was $34.54. So Mercari has changed their payout. So it used to be a flat 10%. So if I sold it for $40, I was going to profit $36. It is no longer. I think it is like 12.9% plus a 30-cent processing fee, which makes me kind of think they're working with PayPal, because PayPal is 2.9% plus a 30% processing fee. And now Mercari went from 10% to 12.9%. You know, it's very similar. So I think they're working with PayPal now, I would assume. Anyway, $40 to $34.54. I paid $5 for this. I got it at the TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance sale. It was $5. Who's gonna pass up Adriana Papel new tags for $5? So I made a pretty decent profit on that, and I'm happy. Okay, and then the last item that I sold that day were these Jessica Simpson. These are these newest tags, or new in box, I guess, platform sandals. They have this like cool camel print on top. They're really cool sandals. They sold for $51.99, and then my payout after buying the shipping label and all that was $32.11. I think I charged wrong on the shipping. I don't think I charged like the full amount. Well, so if I know something's gonna ship medium flat rate box, I always paid $12. I always had my buyer pay $12, and then the box usually came out to $12.80. So then I would just pay that over 80 cents, and I got 80 cents. I didn't really care. Well, now the medium flat rate box on eBay is $13.60. So I'm only charging them $12. That is now $1.60 I'm paying. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, $1.60 is not going to kill my profit margins, but I mean, it's just something to think about. So now I'm charging, I think, $12.50 or $13, just depends on what I'm feeling when I'm listing the item. But yeah, I think I charged under what the actual shipping was for this item. Anyway, these came from that Stein Mart sale, so these were $5, and they're super cute. I'm really happy with this sale. Okay. That was the end of 11/12. I made $78.75. I didn't list anything, and I sold 4 items. So there's that. All right, now we're moving on to the 13th of the month. So we only have 2 days left to go through. Okay, so the 13th of which was a Friday, and it was a pretty good day. I sold 10 items. I listed 34 items. I sold 10 items, and let's get into it. So the first thing I saw are these Hudson Dark Wash low-rise skinny jeans. I sold these on Poshmark for $23. My profit was $18.40. I totally figure out where I got these. I have no idea. So I can't tell you much. So there's those. All right, next there is this Roots blue and yellow shirt. It says Fearless Female on it. Absolutely love this shirt. I think it's so cool. I sold it for $15. My payout was $12. So I was trying to think about where I got it, and then my mind got distracted. Okay, I got it from this one store. I think I paid either $1.50 or $2 for it. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, decent profit. Okay, next I sold this Chico's light green ribbed turtleneck sweater. This sold for $18. My payout was $14.40. I had bought like a big bulk. I was at this garage sale. This lady had a big bulk of like vintage Chico's turtlenecks. When I say vintage, it just means like it's like the old Chico's tag, like this super old one. And she had a bunch of these turtlenecks. I just bought them. I don't know, I just bought them. And they've been slowly selling, and they're a consistent seller. And yeah, $14.40. I'm happy with that. And I already made back all my money from that garage sale anyway, so that's awesome. All right, next are these Calvin Klein gray and black leopard point knit pants. These I got at the bins, and they sold for $15. My payout was $12. That was a good sale. So I don't really mind selling things for $15. When I'm paying $2 and under, that's still a $10 profit to me, so that's great. Okay, next I sold, these next 2 sales are Mercari sales, and they're both kids items. So these are these Nike Pro blue shorts. These are like this blue athletic shorts. I got these at the bins. They sold for $9. My payout was $7.54. So that was great. They only were listed for, well, I think probably under a week. Next, we have this Hannah Anderson red, white, and blue striped dress. This sold for $15 on Mercari, and my payout was $12.76. So, for reference, I sell something for $15 on Poshmark, and I get a $12 payout. Now I sell something for $15 on Mercari, and I get a $12.76 payout. So it's really only like a 76 cents difference. Where before it would have been, I think I would have gotten $13.50 for the item or something like that. or no, 13, yeah, 13.50, I think that's it. Okay, so Hannah Anderson is a great kids brand. I mean, it's not like kids brands can never be great. Like, you're never gonna get that much for them. But in terms of quick selling, Hannah Anderson, I noticed, is one that sells quick. Got it at the bins. Happy with that. Okay, now we're moving into our eBay sales for the day. Okay, next we have this Max Studio. This is this brand new with tags, red knit moto style jacket. It sold for $33, and my payout after shipping fees was $20.43. This also came from the Stein Mart sale. It was $5. What I really liked about that sale is a ton of the stuff was plus size, and I always love having plus size items in my store because they always sell pretty fast, pretty well, especially if they're trendy and cute. Yeah, they do pretty well. So I got this Max Studio jacket, $33, $23.43. I mean, if you really minus the $5, I profited like 15 bucks, and I'm happy with that. Okay, next I sold these Pilcro on the letterpress black floral embroidered slim fit jeans. These sold on eBay for $18, but they were really $10 plus $8 shipping. And then my payout after everything was $7.48. I think I paid $2 for these, I think. So it's like a $5.48 profit. It's really not that great. Pilcro on the letterpress, I don't recommend picking up. I'll pick it up again, $2 and under. I'm here for it. It's not ever a brand I would pay up for. It does not sell that great to pay up for it, even though it retails for a good amount of money and it's from Anthropologie. For some reason, you're just not going to get good money for it. Like, these jeans I thought were the cutest jeans ever. I absolutely love them, but they still, at the end of the day, only sold for $10. Now, could I have held out for more? Yes, but I've already had them for a couple months, so I don't think I was going to get much more. Okay. Next, we have this Free People, well, it's with free, and it's just mauve burnout v-neck tank. This sold for $11, and after everything, I made $5.93. I got this at the bins, so it's really not that bad of a sale. I mean, it's not great, but I got it at the bins. This shirt, $11, I think that was $8 plus $3 shipping, if I'm not mistaken, so it sold for like $8, but what do you really expect? Again, this is an item I only picked it up at the bins, and I wouldn't pick it up anywhere else. So, and then the last sale of the day was this Anthropologie HD in Paris. This is like this white tie front button down shirt, just like a spin on a classic style. It sold for $28.99, so it sold for full price on eBay. I think I had it listed at $24.99 plus $4 shipping. And my payout after everything was $21.20. This I got at my local thrift store that I paid $2 for, so that was a really great sale. Happy with that. I mean, Anthropologie, you could say I listed it too low because it was a full price sale, but you just kind of have to list it low, especially basic tops like this. They don't sell for a whole ton. I mean, it's really rare you're going to get an Anthropologie piece that's going to sell for like a really good amount of money. So, you know, just list it cheap. All right. Now we're getting into, that was the end of 11/13. I made $132.14. I already told you, 34 listed, 10 sold. Now we're getting into the last day, which is November 14th. And I also had 10 sales this day, and I listed 8. So, all right. The first item I sold is this Tommy Bahama. It was just called this Keepin' It Rio graphic tee. It sold for $12 on Poshmark. My payout was $9.05. I got this at the bins. Happy with that. Okay, Tommy Bahama, I live in South Florida, so I tend to find a bunch of it, and I do pick it up quite regularly, especially the men's stuff is like kind of a good bread and butter seller for me. Now, the women's stuff, I only pick it up if it's a current style. So if you're talking like vintage Tommy Bahama women's clothing or one of those like women's silk button-down shirts, no, none of that. We only want like the cute stuff. We only want like the newer label Tommy Bahama women's clothing. Because they've really like changed their women's clothing over the years, and they're trying to make it a lot more stylish. I went into Tommy Bahama, like the actual store, about a week ago, and they have some really cute stuff in there, and it is so freaking expensive. And yeah, it's just crazy it doesn't sell for more because it's so expensive. But anyway, yeah, for men, pick it up all day. Women, only the newer stuff. Okay. Next, I sold this Victoria's Secret pink. It's this black Fair Isle logo print thermal onesie. I'm literally just reading my titles, but you know what, this is good. You're getting keywords maybe. Okay, so $35, and my payout was $28. I got it at the bins. I think I could have gotten a tad bit more for it had it been in better condition. on the thigh area, it was kind of worn, but you know, that's okay. I just photographed it, noted it in the listing, and I still made $28, got it from the bins. I'm really happy with that. All right, the next item I sold was on Poshmark. So this day I actually only had 3 Poshmark sales and I had 7 eBay sales. So again, that just kind of shows like some days are better than others, some days are equal, and some days eBay picks you up when Poshmark, you know, isn't there. So, okay. The last item that sold on Poshmark for the day was this Market and Spruce navy lace cold shoulder blouse. It sold for $10. My payout was $7.05. I did get this at a thrift store. I paid $2 for it, and my profit was like $5, but it sold with under a week of listing it, so I mean that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Market and Spruce, I tend to stay away from it. It does not sell that well, but the only reason I picked this up is because like the brand label tag looked different. Like I've never seen that style Market and Spruce tag before, which made me think it was like a newer tag, therefore more in current style, maybe more sought after. So anyway, $10, I'm fine with that, especially because it sold in under a week, and that's very rare for Market and Spruce, in my experience. Okay, and now the last 7 sales are all eBay sales. So again, I'll be giving you the price and then what I made after shipping. Okay, this White House Black Market red long sleeve cold shoulder top, and it had this like chain trim on the neckline. This sold for $22, and then I profited $15.44. I got this at the bins. This top actually had sold like what, maybe 5 days ago at this point, 6 days ago, and I just got paid for it yesterday. So that's the one annoying thing on eBay, is like you can get a ton of offers in one day and like make, you know, think you're making good money, but then they don't pay you for like 4 days and you're just like, okay. So it really wasn't that great of a sales day. I just accepted offers, didn't really make any money. So that's one thing I don't like about eBay. Anyway, next I sold this Todd's dark brown leather shoulder bag with a snap and zipper. This sold for $64.90, and after everything my payout was $43.54. This I got from a ThredUp designer rescue box. So I got a designer box, like the rescue whatever. I paid $90 for it, and I sold, this is maybe the 4th item I sold from it so far. So yep, that was a good sale. Didn't really get much traction. Todd's retails for a whole ton. I don't think it sells for a whole bunch though. Next, we have this 7 for All Mankind dojo jeans, which are still a super sought after style. I haven't found them in a really long time, so I didn't really know how well they're gonna sell. I mean, I found them at the bins, and they were actually flawed. So the back hem on them were just like beat up and worn. But again, I photographed that in the listing. I mentioned it in the description, you know. And they still got offer, because I cross-list everything immediately because I have Vendu, and literally overnight I got offers on every single platform for this item. I got offer on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari for these jeans. So they are definitely still really sought after. I had priced them at $30 because of the flaw, and I just priced them like a little lower. And plus, I haven't sold them in a while, so I didn't know how well they still did. And I got an offer for $20, I think, on every platform for these. I ended up selling them on eBay. Let's see, $28. After everything, I made $16.11. Great. Okay, next I sold this Chico's Cobalt Blue Asian-inspired silk long sleeve button down. So this was just this like cool button down shirt. It has like a really cool print on it. This sold for $33.99, so it sold for my full asking price, and then my payout was $26.01. Alright, the next thing I saw was this Yeti deer hunting logo themed graphic t-shirt. So we have this. It sold for $16 on eBay. My payout was $10.18. Yeah, I don't have no idea how much these retail for. I can't imagine they retail for a whole ton, so therefore they're not going to sell for a whole ton, but Yeti is kind of like one of those brands that has a cult following to it, so I thought it was going to do pretty well. And I think it sold within 2 weeks of listing, so that's great. And yeah, I got that at the bins. Alright, the next item I sold was this Wild Fox white and red cherry print thin sheer long sleeve shirt. This sold for $11, which was $8 plus $3 shipping, and then my payout was $5.93. So the reason for that, part of the reason for that, is I charged $3 for shipping. Rates have gone up, and it ended up being $3.43, so I paid 43 cents out of my profit. So that's one thing. And then also I took a really low offer on this because it is a white shirt and it was stained. And I got it at the bins, so I'm not really too concerned about the profit margin, so there's that. And the very last sale of the day was these Madewell new in box Harper heeled mules in amber brown. These I got from Nordstrom Rack. They were doing 50% off clearance shoes, so you take the clearance price, you half it, and that was what you paid, and it was all final sale. And I found these Madewell Harper mules. I bought them because I had purchased these mules at a thrift store, and I paid $10 for them used at a thrift store, and they sold super quickly, and they sold for a good amount of money. So then when I found them for only $5 more at a Nordstrom new in box, I was like, I have to get them. So I paid 15 bucks for them. Yeah, they sold for $70 plus $60 plus $10 shipping. But I don't know why I charged $10 shipping, because these are gonna ship for $13.60. So that's $3.60 that comes out of my profit. So now instead of paying like $15 for them, it's like now I have $18.60 invested in them. So I mean, that kind of, I don't know why I would rate $10 and not $12 at least, but whatever. My payout after everything was $47.55. So that day I listed 8 items, 10 sold, and my final number for that day was $208.86. So that is the end of this video. That was all my sales for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to film this a week from today, next Sunday. I'm really excited to film this video again to see how my numbers have changed, how they have grown. Like I said, I did 14 more sales this week than I did last week. I think maybe it's just about me getting back into that rhythm of doing things consistently, listing consistently. So I ended up listing 81 items, although it wasn't super consistent. I had 3 days of not listing. I did have 4 days of a lot of listings. So I don't know, we're gonna see. We're gonna play around with things. We're gonna see how it goes, and I'm really excited for next Sunday to see what's sold. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know how your sales were down below in the comment bar, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.